the weight of silence. They say justice is blind, but what happens when the one seeking justice isn't even seen? This is the story of Malik James, a 17-year-old boy who spoke few words, but whose silence screamed louder than anyone ever heard. It was a Monday morning, the kind that felt heavier than it should. Malik stood alone in the courthouse lobby, his hoodie pulled over his head, his hands clenched inside the sleeves. He wasn't angry. He wasn't scared. He was just tired. They called him troubled. They said he fit a profile, but no one ever asked about his story. Home was never a place of rest for Malik. It was a place of responsibility. At 12, he was cooking dinner. At 13, he was changing diapers. His mother, battling lupus, fought to stay afloat. He never complained. He just did what he had to do. He kept his head down, and his dreams even lower. They said he matched the description: tall, black, hoodie, alone. He was walking back from the store, didn't run, didn't resist. But they cuffed him anyway, because you never know, the officer said. And just like that, he was someone he wasn't. The courtroom wasn't made for boys like Malik. It was built for men in suits, for words twisted into facts. When Malik didn't speak, they called it suspicious. When he looked tired, they called it defiant. The judge smirked. The jury sighed. The system creaked forward like an old machine that couldn't see the damage it caused. Hidden in a dusty file cabinet was a teacher's note. Malik's not a bad kid. He's just invisible. Nobody in court read that part. They read the police report instead. He told her it would be okay. But his voice cracked. She was only 8, but she saw everything in his eyes. The pain, the fear, the loss. She didn't say much, just whispered, "I miss you." And that broke him more than any gavel ever could. They found him guilty. Guilty of being in the wrong place. Guilty of not having the right words. Guilty of being a boy that no one believed. The judge smiled, like it was a game. Malik didn't cry. He didn't flinch. Because when you've been silenced long enough, you learn to survive in the quiet. The truth came out. The real suspect confessed. Malik's case was overturned, but it was too late to return what had been taken. His mother passed. His childhood was gone, but his sister stood tall, reading his words, words he wrote in a cell, about hope, about silence, about what justice could be. Malik never wanted revenge. He just wanted to be heard. He now speaks to schools, to kids like him. He says, sometimes the world sees you as a shadow, but even shadows prove that somewhere. This was Malik's story, but it could have been anyone's. May we learn to listen, even when no one speaks. Because silence, too, has weight.